Good afternoon, everybody. Recently we had a holiday and we had to say what we were thankful for. I want to ask you, what are some of the things you were thankful for? Was it your job? Was it your friends and family? Was health one of them? If you're anything like me, sometimes I take my health for granted, but it's important to think about your health. Even though right now I'm healthy, it can change a week from now or 10 years from now. So it's important to feed our body the nutrients it needs to fight off the thousands of diseases that can happen at any given moment. Today I want to talk to you about why you should consider a plant-based diet. A plant-based diet, as you see over here, is a diet based on foods derived from plants, including vegetables, whole nuts, seeds, legumes, and fruits, with few or no animal products at all. Most of y'all will hear the word plant and automatically tune out and say that's not for me. But what if I told you the leading causes of death could have been prevented by changing to a plant-based diet? Coronary heart disease, lung disease, and brain disease are one of the main causes of death in the United States. I know that you may be thinking Western medicine can help with all of that. And you're right, it can help with that, but can Western medicine prevent it? The answer is no. There is no medicine that is given to prevent these diseases. You're never too young and you're never too old to start making these changes. There are many benefits that come from changing to a plant-based diet, which include environmental benefits, cost, and cutting down your carbon footprint. Today I want to talk to you about how you can prevent coronary heart disease, which is the #1 killer for people in the United States. On this chart, you will see a list of diseases that can all be prevented with eating a plant-based diet. The leading cause, as I mentioned, is coronary heart disease, and it is caused by fatty plaque buildup, which you see right here. So your arteries are supposed to look like how they do over here towards the end of the picture, but over time, when you keep eating unhealthy foods, the plaque keeps building up and building up and building up until eventually you start showing symptoms of it. The buildup happens over decades, so there has been a study that shows that all American children that eat the normal American diet have some plaque buildup as young as 10 years old. Your arteries need to be able to constrict and dilate according to what's happening in your body. So when these are hardening, it's hard for them to do that and do their job. And these plaque can even break off and eventually cause a stroke or other problems. Medicine pioneer Nathan Pritkin, Dean Ornish, took patients with advanced coronary heart disease. Their doctors couldn't do anything else. Some people were on medication and it was just not working, so there was just nothing that could have been done for them. But these doctors took them and put them in a program which was strictly plant-based diet in hopes of slowing down this disease. But not only did it slow it down, it actually started to reverse it. So this started to go away with just eating plant-based diet, which is awesome, because how many of you know of any medication that can do that? If any what medication does is stop it, but it can never reverse it. As I mentioned before, modern medicine is not perfect. It can be used to heal a broken bone. As much as it would be awesome to eat broccoli and fix your broken bone, you can't do that. You need a doctor for that. But for some things that can be prevented, such as coronary heart disease, eating a plant-based diet can allow you to never have to go through any of that. If you're anything like me, I love meat, I love fried foods. So how I started was by making little changes. You don't have to just stop eating everything you like, do a complete change. You can start little by little. One of the things I recommend is changing from white bread to whole wheat bread, or just adding nuts to your yogurt, little things like that. I also started eating I also started setting days where I don't eat meat. For example, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, no meat at all, just plant-based. So little changes like that can ultimately improve your health. So next time you take a bite of your deep fried steak, I want you to think about how this is happening over the years. Even though you're young, it's happening now. So I wouldn't want any of your family members to go through a loss of life by coronary heart disease when it could have been prevented. So think smarter, think green, think about considering a plant-based diet.